Blessed morning, friends, folks. We're back on the job. Took yesterday off to doctor up Cub along with Kate. Kate took the day off of school as well. And I want to thank all y'all that prayed for her because fever snap. Some were like, it's COVID. Man, no. It's something that is going around. A little bit of fever, body aches. Get you some Tylenol, pray, and it's slayed. I'll leave that right there. Us living the not be, we're Delawares, we're peacekeepers. Today's lesson is on the peacekeepers, the peacemakers. Today's August 19th, and we have a quote from Matthew Henry. Peace is such a precious jewel that I would give anything for it but truth. And we have a scripture of Psalm 37:37. Consider the blameless, observe the upright. There is a future for the man of peace, and a future for the woman of peace as well. In word, how do you feel when someone offends you? It's usually a burning reaction, in the sense that your reputation has been assaulted and the offense must be addressed. We react to insults and pushing people with outrage, at least internally, if not externally as well. It is nearly impossible for us to resist the urge to get the last word in, to settle the verbal sore, and to put people in their place when our dignity has been slighted. We want to fix our misconceptions. Many people are confrontational by nature. Others avoid confrontations on the outside, but steam about offenses on the inside. Neither approach makes for peace. Human relationships can be volatile, and our handling of them determines whether we live at peace in this world and at peace in our hearts. A person in conflict does not generally rest well at night. We know deep down that we were made for fellowship. Jesus blessed the peacemakers. He gave profound promises to those that would pursue relationships of integrity and support. When we do, we find a common thing. The greatest threat to peace is the pride of the human heart. It isn't content to let others be wrong about something. It feels compelled to set things straight. The result is an escalating competition to determine whose opinion will win. How true that is. And also remember that pride is the first sin of them all, because the devil looked at himself and liked what he saw, and then he was like, I think I'll exalt the Most High. What a fool. Indeed, the conclusion. It requires a deep maturity to respond to criticism and complaint with affirmation and encouragement. The pride within us does not want to just let offenses go unanswered. The person who can respond to an insult with a compliment is a person who has mastered pride. In doing so, he has become a peacemaker, an ambassador whose interest in the king's reputation is deeper than his interest in his own. And love puts other interests first, and it puts itself last. Jesus told us to respond to evil people with good intentions. That's an honorable, peaceful response. It doesn't deny legitimate conflict, but it diffuses it. Have you mastered pride enough to do that? This is why Moheha winded on Annie. I miss her. I love her so much, of course. I'll be with her again someday. You know, I'm going to tell you what my woman taught me. This was a long time ago, too. But I said I was sorry about something that I did that kind of perturbed her, so to speak. A little turbulent, if you will. And she told me, she goes, don't apologize. Say forgive me. There's a big difference. And I even think she told me that before I surrendered to the Lord January 5th, 2008. And then when I reach a point, deep down, I'll think about that. And so I'm a forgive me guy. I hardly ever say sorry. If I do, I'll say, you know what? And then I'll go into what my wife told me. I don't need to say I'm sorry. I need to say forgive me. And then if someone has mutual understanding, I'll be like, forgive me as I forgive you. And, or it could be something else where I want peace between us. And peace just means that we quit firing off on each other. But as I get older, I'm letting people just say whatever they say, and I'll just look at them and just go on. I don't do that all the time, but I've never done that before until recently. That is very effective. Or I'll be like, Jesus also said, peace be with you, I think I'll arm myself with that one. But I also think about when Jesus went before Pontius Pilate, and he didn't say nothing as he was accused of this and that by all these high big shots, blah blah blah. Caiaphas, the high priest, who shouldn't even been a priest, he was illegitimate. He just elected himself that position, and he was Jesus's biggest, one of his biggest adversaries, along with all the others. And Jesus went before Pontius Pilate. He didn't say nothing. He just looked at them, and he died for even them. He died for the ones that actually crucified him. Now, how many of us can do that? Only the one with the pure and righteous heart, who wants you to come home to the kingdom of heaven. It's like my shirt says, every knee shall bow to him in heaven, on earth, and under the earth. Choose to bow to him on earth, so that heaven is your home. Be blessed as this peacemaker today on this iron warpath. Yeah.